The #1 selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me, don't you? Bump, 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 don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was you know what? Let's just let it go. Don't you? Ba-dum, bum, 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 don't you? That's not how the song really goes, but like that's how it goes in my head. Don't ya? Don't ya? Ba-dum, bum, 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 don't ya? Welcome back to the Distract Me Please podcast. I am your host, Brianna Silva, and today I am here all by myself because, like, it's the usual. If you know it, you know it. If you've been here for the past 4 years, you know good and well ain't a guest finna be on the show. Why? Because this is my podcast where I sit here and talk to myself. This is all about me. This show is about me. Everything is about me. It's about me. This is truly just going to be the update episode on my life that I've just been putting off for so long. Because, like, y'all know I went a little MIA, a little missing in action. And anyone who was like, Brianna, what the hell just happened? Like, we were here, we were partying, we were having fun, and now you're just, like, gone, poof, off the face of the earth. You are correct. Let me update you on my life. My life has fallen apart. Not completely, but enough has happened that I realized that I need to focus more on self-preservation more than anything. And that's truly just been it. I've just hit a point where I'm like, there's so many more things that matter in life that I need to focus on me and my mental health and my space, because it's not that I wasn't doing good, it's that I was on a very fast track path of doing horrible in like a month or two. And as Ben said, which pissed me the hell off, Ben called me yesterday and was like, Brianna, it's a new moon, it's a super moon, lunar eclipse, it's all these things, we can't be depressed this year. I've worked hard to not be depressed, and as soon as I get out of my depression, you enter into it. And I literally was like, fall off the face of the earth. Like, please get up, bundle yourself in an explosive blanket covered in gunpowder, and fall off the face of the earth straight into hell. Please and thank you. Because that was so rude. And what made it rude is because, okay, it's time for me to just come out and say it. I'm coming out. Boom, boom. Not like that. But y'all, she's single. She's a single girly. She's a single queen. And honestly, this is so bad. Not for me, but like for my ex. Literally, my first thought was like, Damn, I could officially get someone with a little British accent. I could get a little Londoner. That's so bad. That's so bad. Queen energy, but like rude as hell, you know? But yeah, I'm officially single. And honestly, it sucked because all I wanted to do was hop on this podcast and just air everything out. I wanted to say everything from top to bottom. And that's what's really been holding me back from podcasting, because every time I picked up this mic, all I did was talk about everything in my relationship. Like, I have recorded multiple podcast episodes, and every single time I was like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and I think this happened. And every single time that like I would stop and be like, okay, time for me to like edit and upload, it was just a moment of like, I have given the world such open access to this boy. Like, he was on multiple podcast episodes. He's even in one of my video podcast episodes. Like, he literally pops in. I tagged him on social media everywhere. I posted him constantly. And now I'm just going to sit here and air out his business, because this truly, I do believe it started way before, like halfway into our relationship. Have you ever like, have you ever had a dream? But truly, if y'all have never felt this, like, good luck, Charlie. And I hope this never happens to you. But if you have felt this, come on, sit down with me. You hear that? That's me patting the floor, because I'm on the floor. Because typically when I'm in Houston, I'm on this squeaky chair, this noisy ass chair, and I'm currently using headphones so I can like listen to the audio, so I can edit as I record. Anyways, it made it easier for me, and I heard the chair and it pissed me off, so I sat on the floor. So come sit down. Come sit right here. Come sit right here. Let's talk. Let's be besties. Have you ever been in a relationship and halfway through it, you're like, oh, this is leading to the end. Like, this is the beginning of the end. Yeah, that kind of happened. And it happened very clearly on my side. And I was very, very aware of like, oh, I want this person to be in my life forever, but that's not going to happen. Like that's not happening. This isn't my person. But then it got into this point of like, oh, but maybe I just feel like that right now. So then I hit denial, instant denial. It was like, oh my gosh, no, like it's going to be fine. Like, this is all going to fix itself. And it was like, again, it's like, I get why influencers hop on here and they're like, we're not going to talk about it, but like, I'm single, or now I'm in a divorce, and you're like, where's the tea, girl? Please tell us everything, air everything out. But really and truly, when it deals with someone who you don't like absolutely hate with every cell and atom in your body, it's really hard to get on here and talk about someone's business because you don't want it to affect them negatively. But it was one of those things where it was like, this person wasn't cheating on me. They weren't calling me outside my name, wasn't screaming at me 24/7. They, it wasn't that, it wasn't any immediate signs of like, get the hell out of here. But instead it was more like, oh, we're not compatible long term. Like, this isn't gonna be okay long term. And it would just be like small, very, very small habits that was just like, either you fix it or like, this can't be a lifetime thing. And because it was just such small habits like that, to me, it was like, oh, I could keep going. Like, oh, that's fine. Because to me, like, that's such a simple, easy switch, And then things started happening in this person. I mean, my life wasn't doing too hot, but I mean, I've learned to live side by side with sadness for so long. And that's so sad to say, but it like, I'm being so effing for real right now. I have lived hand in hand, side by side with sadness for so long that me being sad in any way, shape, or form doesn't like deter me much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got a semicolon on my wrist for a reason, girl. But I've lived with such deep, dark sadness that it doesn't necessarily stop me. And that's where the dark humor comes from. That's where I will be going through the worst days of my life and I will turn around and giggle and chuckle and kick my feet and blush right in your face. And it's just like, are you really falling apart? And it's like, oh no, 1000%. In fact, I'm about to, like, I literally need you to 5150 me right now, which is basically being put in a, what is it called? Inpatient care, which is, you know, grippy sock vacation, which is, you know, it's psych hospital. I love calling it a grippy sock vacation though. I've heard they have some really amazing socks from any friends who have gone in before, and dog, but apparently it's only for if you're a flight risk or like not a flight risk, a fall risk, that they give you the grippy socks. And I'm just like, but what if I want grippy socks? Yeah, I can order them from Amazon, but I heard that they're really comfy. But anyways, but no, literally, I'm like, oh no, like I'm having the time of my life, but also 5150 me right now, babes, like right now. And so there's been some really deep, dark days in my life that I've learned to move with. I've learned to go with the flow, and I've learned to fall apart. I don't know if that's to the detriment of people around me. Apparently, Ben said it is. Ben literally called me and was like, Brianna, I'm giving you 2 more days to get over this breakup. Like, it's time to get over it. And he called me out, and he was like so real for saying this. But he was like, Brianna, you're not actually sad. You're more offended. And I was like, you ate me up there. Because again, I saw it falling apart for so long, and I was so aware of it. But I just kept being like, oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Because I don't know, girl, that's a conversation for my therapist on what the hell told me. Like, no, these are things that like, this is simple. This is easy. Like, just wash the damn dishes, you know, like pick up your clothes, like simple things, you know? And so, but yeah, anyways, he was like, Brianna, you're just offended. You're not hurt, because you saw it falling apart simply because of just compatibility. And you realized after a certain point that you weren't getting the effort you wanted for a while, but you kept telling yourself like, this is okay, this is fine, I'm going to stick it through, I'm going to keep moving, keep going, because relationships are ups and downs, and they're fine. And then suddenly this boy goes through the worst day of his life and dumps you, and now you're pissed off because you were you were simultaneously fighting life and then trying to gently get through hard points of your relationship. And then he just had a bad day and was like, I'm done. And I was like, yeah, no, that's it. It's like, it's not a true heartbreak because I saw the ends coming, but I ignored it and kept saying like, this is fine. And then when he was like, yo, I'm done, I was like, one bad day. And that was it for you? And I was like that pissed me off. But yeah, he was just going through some struggles that he had to fight on his own and did not allow me to help in any way, shape, or form. And so like, you can't help someone who doesn't want help. And it's not in the sense of like, I was here to fix him. Like, no, as we were dating, life started happening for him very, very quickly. And I was just like, I can't do anything except be a cheerleader. And I think once he realized like, I can't do anything except try to put a smile on your face every day, because like, these are battles that you have to do alone. I think that's like, he was just like, all right, I'm done, I'm out, and like ran out that door. And I was just like, what the hell? But anyways, but yeah, so I just wanted to deep dive into everything. And I know like this was still pretty deep. Like this was still a lot of information that's about to live on the internet. And honestly, God bless, it's above me now. It's above the hell out of me now. Girl, I don't care. And I'm just like trying not to care. But it was definitely not something that was like, oh my God, you ripped my heart out and you were a horrible person to me. It was just like, no, we are trying to develop a relationship while life keeps punching you while you're already down. And that's not something that someone can actually really do. And so it is what it is. So now I'm single and looking for a Londoner, and I'm putting that here, right now. If you have a British accent or a French accent, I'm just like, I want an accent. I want somebody with an accent. an accent. I don't know. It was just like, okay, like I finally get to live back in fantasy Delulu land, and I'm just like, I want a British boy. It also doesn't help that I've been reading the Crave series, and one of the characters has a British accent, and they always make it known. Like, the author does a really good job. Because, like, if you're reading a long series, sometimes as you're reading, you forget what the character looks like. You forget how they sound. You forget, like, simple things about them because the plot starts getting crazy. And then suddenly you're like, crap, does this girl have pink hair, red hair, or blue hair now? And so every once in a while, like, one of the main characters will be like, oh my gosh, his British accent came out so hard. And I have been giggling and kicking my feet for this boy. I have been giggling and kicking my feet for Hudson. Hudson is my man, my man, my man. I literally need a Hudson in my life. He is so fun. He is so cute. He is so charming. Am I talking about a boy who I've only read pages about? Absolutely yes. Was he written by a woman? Absolutely yes. That means I'm instantly in love with him. And he's British. Babes, he's British. Oh, my heart. He's so fine. He's so fine and he's so powerful. And I want him so bad. And I don't think I've ever read a book where, like, the villain becomes I heard that in the headphones. I literally heard that in the headphones. That was a burp developing in my throat. But it sounded like I just, like, threw up. But yeah, I've never read a book where it was like the villain, like, you start to fall in love with the villain, and that's the only way I can put it. Honestly, it's the equivalent of falling in love with Scar from Lion King. Villain, but something about him is so hot, sexy, and charming. Like, I can't explain it. You get it or you don't. But every time this boy talks, God, I need a Hudson. And he nicknamed his brother Jaxie Waxy. And literally when he was like, oh, you're in love with my brother Jaxie Waxy, I damn near fell over, started kicking and giggling. Girl, I literally was like, Jaxie Waxy is the cutest nickname I've ever heard in my life. Literally ever heard in my lifetime. And then Hudson just kept talking, and I'm like, oh my God, he's so powerful. He's so amazing. He's so annoying. Boy, is he annoying. But boy, is he fun. So anyways, I'm in love with the villain of a story. But that's none of your business, though. I am going to do an entire podcast episode on the Crave series, though, because I'm obsessed. I finished... So each book, there's 6 books in this series, and each book is 700 pages. I finished book 2 in 4 days. I finished book 2 in 4 days. I was roughly 300 pages into book 3 in 1 day. I literally checked out because I went to my library to get it, which support your local libraries. There has been nothing more satisfying. And don't get me wrong, I'm literally looking at my bookshelf full to the brim of books, to the point that I had to literally line up the books on top of the bookshelf because I ran out of space on the bookshelf itself. And then the books are going across my dresser because I still needed more space for books. But I get it. I get the whole physical trophy of finishing a book. Like, if you finished it in an audiobook or the Kindle format, like, you want to get the actual physical copy because that's your personal trophy of finishing a book. I get that. I want my own home library. I want the books to sprawl. Book shopping in itself is a hobby. Reading books is another hobby. I get it. But support your local libraries. It's really like a library offers more than just books to read. They offer fun books. They offer educational books. They offer equipment to rent, study rooms for when you need to study. Specifically the one in Houston, like the Houston Library, they offer classes to help people study for like the American citizenship, or like help them apply for it so they can get their American citizenship. There are classes and different stuff for like college students, different programs to help with college students. And this is just the local library, like not even a school library. And so, oh my God, there's a spider on my window. It better be outside. It definitely is though, because I'm definitely looking at the underside of the spider. Ooh, I hate bugs. but they do so much. And I get it. I get the reason why you want to go buy the book is because you get to buy it and you have it and it's right there and it's ready for you at any little bit moment in time. But also put it on hold. Going to walk around a library and not spending money is so fun, and like heavy on the third places in America that I've talked about in another podcast episode. I don't know which one, but it was a topic that started coming around on social media where Americans don't have third places. Like, we don't have places that we could like spend $1, $2, a maximum of $5 to like chill out and hang out. All we have are like coffee shops to study at or possibly read a book. Even then, one cup of coffee is going to cost you $5 to $6. One good cup of coffee, let me put it that way, because you can get a regular black coffee, no sugar, no creamer, and it's $3. But if that ain't your scene, that ain't your scene. Even an Americano here is going to be like $4. And that's cheap for us now, because coffee prices are insane. So if you actually want a good cup of coffee, which is loaded in sugar, goddamn, the older I get, the more I don't want sugar in my life, it's going to cost $5. And so for me, especially like living this unemployed life, which trust and believe I'm about to talk about that because that's another part of my update. But living this unemployed life of like, I have a limited budget, like a hardcore set budget. I need places that I can go for free, that I could sit there and not spend a dime. And so the library has become that place for me because I still get my love of books and just looking at books and staring at books and figuring out. I still do exactly what I do in a bookstore. I walk around a library, and especially if I'm with a friend, I go, I read that, I have that. I wanted to read this. I saw it so much. Are you going to check it out? No, because I'm here for specific books. Girl, it's a goddamn library. Like, you could literally pick it up and go. And I love that feeling. I love the feeling of being like, oh, I don't have to budget myself to 7 books. Because even with the paycheck, like, you still have to limit yourself. Like, books still cost money. So you're just like, okay, I'm going to pick up 1 book. And then you walk out the store with 3 and you're like, God damn it, I bought 3 books. Oh, no, not at a library, babes. Yeah, pick up the 5 books and let's go. Like, it's so fun. So support your local libraries. But yes, I went to the library. I got book 1 on Prime Reading because Amazon is, if you have an Amazon Prime account, they're doing this thing now where you can basically rent out books from them like a digital library as long as you have a Prime account. And so book 1, Crave, was on Amazon Prime. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll rent it out to my Kindle, which I did. And I gave it a 4.5, but really and truly, I have to give it a 4.8. I can't give it a 5-star because there's a moment in the first couple of chapters that was so cringy to read that I literally was like, oh, this book is going to be bad. This book is going to be bad. I'm so happy I didn't pay for this book. This is going to be a really horrible, bad book. But it then came out so good, and you later find out that that really cringy part of the book was for a reason. And that's what's making me not put it out of 5 stars. Everything else, though, 5 stars. Tracy Wolff is now my favorite author at the moment. And truly, she became my favorite author because when the Black character gets introduced very early on in the first book, every author does this, and I get it. It's writing, you know, you want something to keep people entertained. So, you know, they'll do his mahogany skin, his burnt chestnut skin, you know, they'll say everything but black. But for white characters, it'll always be like the alabaster skin or skin as pale as snow. And then somewhere along it's like, oh, this boy is so white. But with all other characters of any deeper color than white skin, they're always using such creative words, which is great, right? Because those skin colors are beautiful. But damn, sometimes I just want them to be like, yeah, and he's black. Yeah, and she's black. I'm still playing with this chair as I'm sitting on the floor and adding it to the audio like a... That's how I feel about that, because the chair makes so much goddamn noise, and here I am ruining my audio. As I was saying... Girl, a hot mess. But yeah, like literally once the first black character was introduced very, very early on in the book, he was described as so hot and charming and tall and muscular, and he has an afro and his dark skin color. And then like later on it was like, yeah, and this black boy. Oh my God, she called him black. Oh my God, she actually said he was black. Like that instantly I was like, oh, she's instantly my favorite author. Because like finally, Fina effing Lee, did someone write a character of color and then say their race? Like didn't just leave it as and the boy with the beautiful dark chest.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
So, you want to be a marketer. It's easy. You just have to score a ton of leads and figure out a way to turn them all into customers. Plus, manage a dozen channels, write a million blogs, and launch 100 campaigns all at once. When that's done, simply make your socials go viral and bring in record profits. No sweat. Okay, fine. It's a lot of sweat. But with HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools, launching benchmark-breaking campaigns is easier than ever. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
Chestnut skin. Yes. His skin is beautiful, dark chestnut with golden undertones, and he's drop dead gorgeous, right? But also he's a black character. So say that. And she did. And literally I was like, oh, she mixed or something. And then I saw a picture of her and I was like, that is a white woman. Maybe she's married to a black man or maybe 25% black. I don't know, girl. But it made me so happy, and she's currently my favorite author. And so after I finish this series, I'm going to read her next book, which is Sweet Nightmare. And I actually do want to purchase that book because it has some gorgeous edges. And Crave is definitely going to be a series that I'm going to be purchasing just to put it up as a trophy, as a book trophy. Don't come for me, okay? If you don't like reading, just like leave me alone. But anyway, so as I was saying, how I said I was going to talk about it, living the unemployed life after college, babes. It is like, again, simultaneously, my life is like doing amazing and falling apart because I'm getting stir crazy because I want to start my own life. It was always my dream to literally walk across the stage at graduation and come home to pack up my room to leave because like I got a job somewhere else. So like I need to move out, right? Or I got a job on the other side of Houston. I got a job on different side of Texas. Like, and I held on to that dream for so long. Oh my God. Since I first got accepted into college, I was like, yeah, this is it. Like, yeah, it's going to happen. It did not happen. It did not happen that way for me. And then I became ignorant, if you will, very, very ignorant. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm going to go so hardcore on job searching that I'm going to get a job very quickly. Oh, and I did. Oh, I hardcore. Oh, was I? That sentence, that phrase was not even going to come out. Like, it was going to come out stupid. But was I very hardcore in my job searching? Yes. Now I know you can hear airplanes when they fly over and I'm recording. Fun. But was I hardcore in job searching? Yes. Babes, it got to the point where I had to create a better schedule for myself because I was waking up at 8 a.m. and applying to jobs and emailing people until like 6 p.m. at night. And then at 6 p.m. was when I was like, okay, let's go to the gym. Let me actually cook a meal for myself. Let me actually do stuff. And so I got very burnt out very quickly because I spent so much time behind a computer with no progress. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this and it's so rewarding because people are responding back to me. I'm like getting interviews. It was waking up and doing that for a month straight with dead radio silence. And so now I'm 4 months out from graduation and it's still, okay, it is not dead radio silence. There's actually been some noise, a few people were like, oh my gosh, yeah, like we want to interview you. And I was like, okay, I'm available this day. And then it was like silence and like ghosted. And Some people have been like, oh my gosh, I'll happily help you like figure out your way and your footing in the career you're trying to go into. And so there have been people who are finally responding, and I'm finally having like some doors starting to crack open a bit for me. And babes, we have to laugh about it. If I don't laugh, I'm going to cry. I ended up cleaning the house for 5 hours straight, to the point that I ended up in the hospital the following day with severe foot pain. And the doctor, I was like, I'm going to get an ibuprofen and an ice pack, because I was like, Mom, you're overreacting. Am I aware that I can't stand up because my foot hurts so much that I can't walk? So like, oh my God, like I stood up and my soul fell down, intense foot pain. Okay. And so I stand up, can't walk. The following day. So my mom was like, I'm going to church. You're going to urgent care. Have fun. And I was like, I will, but okay, let's see how this goes. So I was like, I'm getting an ice pack and an ibuprofen. Like worst case scenario, because it's like, it's just, I didn't do anything. I didn't sprain it. It hurts and I can't stand on it. But like, you know, most physical injuries or any physical pain are typically, it's going to go away on its own. So I go to the doctor and I'm like, yeah, I stretched out my foot. I don't know what's happening. Like, it's definitely the muscles and it hurts and I can't stand, but like, I'm here. And then the doctor goes, okay, we're going to give you 2 steroid shots. I'm going to wrap your foot. I'm going to give you a muscle relaxer and an anti-inflammatory pill. And I need you to not stand on the foot at all today. Like, if you don't need to be standing, sit down. And when you go home, you're going to keep it elevated and you're going to keep icing it. And I was like, ma'am, come again. 2 injections, a muscle relaxer, and anti-inflammatory, wrap my foot, don't stand on it, and keep it iced and elevated? She was like, yeah. I was like, why? Turns out I strained my foot from overuse. I was like, I just cleaned the house for 5 hours and then ran errands afterwards. So like, was I on my feet for like a solid 7 to 8 hours straight? Yes. But seriously? She was like, yeah, it happens. Anyways, let me wrap your foot. And I was like, I still have bruises from the shots. Like, I've been trying to massage them away, but I had to get an injection in both arms. Still bruised. Still like disgustingly bruised. Not like just a little like boop purple dot. Like, no, these are like purple splotches. If you looked at my arm and didn't know that I got injections recently, you would have literally been like, girl, did you get bit by a poisonous spider? Horrible, horrible bruises. And every once in a while, when I'm not wearing any top with like sleeves or anything and I'm in like a tank top, my mom will look at my arm and she's like, you're still bruised? Yes, ma'am, that happened a week ago and like I'm still this purple. So those injections hurt. Boy, did they hurt. And so that happened. The following day, boyfriend dumps me. Day after that, I get an opportunity to actually further my career. Girl, when I tell you, I literally was just like, and this is my life, like literally laughing so goddamn hard because it was literally like, oh my God. And I used to get tarot card readings where for some reason, like in every single reading I was doing for like the past 3, 4, no, way before that, like literally the last 6 months of our relationship, every single tarot card reading was like, and for some reason it says here you're in a relationship that's holding you back. And I was like, no, like it's just a tarot card. Not all of these things are real. And it'll be like, yeah, like you're in a horrible relationship and you really need to leave this relationship. And I'm like, no, my relationship, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like single. So now I have like a bone to pick with tarot card readings, but not really, because it was like, I understood. Oh, I got it. Because like, again, life was going so crazy for him that he was like, I can't make any serious moves right now. Like, I need to focus on this because I need to take care of this really big, major life altering events that keep popping up in my life. And I was like, you are correct. But do you want to move to Austin with me? Like, bro, like that will never not be funny thinking about that. Like literally life altering, life changing events. And I'm like, that's cool, but I want to move to Austin soon. And like, and so like every time those readings were like, you're in a relationship that's holding you back, I was like, probably in that way, because I always knew I didn't want to stay in Houston. I love this city. I love everything the city has to offer. I love that it's becoming like the new hotspot city, but Houston is just not for me anymore. I have too many too many ops, dare I say. And by ops, I mean family members who are just anyone else just a part of a family who enjoys your downfall because it means that their life isn't that bad. But it's just like a large group of miserable people who pretend like they care. But in reality, it's like, oh my gosh, now this is another thing we get to talk about behind their back. And like, it's horrible. It's horrible. And you should never live this close to family members ever, girl. And so Houston, I've always known Houston was not like a long-term city for me. And I would always have to leave Houston sooner or later. And preferably sooner rather than later. And so now that weight's not on my shoulders, I've really been job searching outside the city. And I'm really excited because now I know I don't have to like worry about a long distance relationship. And I can actually just go. You know, it's just like, maybe life is worth living. Maybe I should just if I remove the semicolon off my wrist, it's kind of like, I changed my mind. But that's besides the point. But yeah, so like it's been fun. So it's been this fun moment of like I'm getting opportunities. I'm starting to see some things change and I'm still trying and like I can make my dreams come true and you know all these different things and I can move outside the city and I can finally have money to do things like buy the entire Crave series and then buy the $325 Acrylic series of Throne of Glass and then buy the $500 OOP version of Throne of Glass and then buy more bookshelves and then buy concert tickets. And then because I still don't have a job, I probably won't be able to go to ACL this year, which is so sad because Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan and Brittany Broski are all going. And I swear to God, I would have slit my throat because I can't go. And it literally makes me so sad. But because of that, I'm literally promising myself that since I can't go to ACL this year, the second I get a job and the second I make money, I am literally going to every concert that my heart effing desires. And then when ACL comes around, the year that I finally have a job and money, I am going and I'm booking the most out there experience that I possibly can. And I'm going to have fun and I'm going to be drunk in a field. But that's besides the point. So yeah, it's been like this. Hi, Connie. So it's been this little up and down. Do y'all hear her? I bet you just finished your food, huh? You only get this happy after a meal. This dog, I will literally put out a bowl of food for her and then she won't touch it. And then later on when she's like, I'm not getting attention, she'll go and eat her entire bowl and then come around and be like, hey, do you want to play? Hey, do you want to play? Hey, let's play. Hey, let's play. Especially because I'm on the floor right now. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, I know y'all heard that. Hi, Connie. Hi, my precious girl. Connie turned 11 2 days ago. Today's September 18th. Her birthday was September 16th. My girlie is 11. Do you have nothing to say? Oh, my precious girl. Hi. Yeah, I'm going to baby talk on the internet for my dog. Bless you. Anything else that's been happening? I mean, family members have been harassing me. Living with my mom has not been fun. Living close to family members, not fun. Oh, but to have into Heist, girl, when I say I literally related to that book so hardcore. I related to that book so hardcore because it was about like a millennial who graduated college and she was applying to jobs, but she couldn't get anything. She couldn't get anything that was like, she couldn't get anything more than like entry-level office jobs that weren't actually paying her bills. So then she had to go and pick up a side job as a candy store clerk because her student loan payments were just so much money that her regular office jobs weren't cutting it. And after years and years and years of trying, Connie, I swear to God, if you throw up right now, bro. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I love this girl, but damn. But yeah, after like trying, she wasn't getting any promotion, so she wasn't making much money. And it was like just going through it and just seeing how, you know, these people didn't make bad choices, but like the economy wasn't there to support them. So then they ended up having a heist and she high-key fell in love with the thief. But like it was such a good book and it was a book that I needed, especially because I was in the middle of reading it when my relationship came to an end. And it was just like, I needed this. I needed a woman to tell a guy to F off. I needed a woman to like take her life into her hands. I just needed to see, I just needed it. I needed it so badly. And so that book literally like kind of saved me right now. And so far, so is Crave. And so reading has just been really helping me through this weird life moments. Isn't that right, Connie? And so has Connie, who's been right here through it all, who keeps cuddling with me and who wants to constantly play, even though I'm like, Connie, I can't play with you right now. I'm podcasting. Or I can't play with you right now. I'm sending out emails to very important people to get a job. Or I can't play with you right now because I'm tired. Why are you looking at me like that? I will take her on a walk today. I wanted to take a hot girl walk because I feel like I really need it. I need to get out of this house. And I just need time for myself. Right? There goes another damn plane. I literally said the other day, I wish Connie could talk. Because sometimes she just looks at me like she has so much to say. I love you too, Connie. But yeah, that's been it in life, really. I want to do a whole other podcast episode about the Crave series and everything I think about it, any theories I have, what's going to happen, blase. Connie. And I just really want to deep dive. I'm halfway through book 3. She hates when I bow in her face. Yeah, I need to go take this dog on a walk. She is so happy. She was so excited. And she just wants love and attention. And she wants someone to play with her. So I'm going to make you go burn out all that energy. I'm going to make you burn out that energy. Connie. That's just her playing. Up. You want to go up? Go. Just wants to lay in my bed and ruin all the pillows. All my decorative pillows that I took my time to put up. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You're so cute. But anyways, that's about it, y'all. I just had to update everyone on that in my life because I haven't been here. I've been floating into Lulu Spaceland. But yeah, that's been it. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to check out. All socials will forever and always be in the show notes. Any other fun, exciting links will always be in the show notes. Connie's staring at me from my bed like she's looking down on me. But little does she know, I have the power to kick her off. So don't look at me like that. Yeah. What are you looking at? Anyone else have pets who will like sometimes just like randomly like look at a corner or like look at a random wall? And like sometimes it's like, okay, they heard a sound and they heard it come from this direction, so they're looking there. But every single time that happens, it always creeps me out because I'm like, what are you looking at? Hey, what are you looking at? Why are you looking over? Why are you staring at that corner? Like I hate it. But yeah, I'm going to go back to reading. I'm going to get this uploaded and published for y'all. And I'm going to go on a walk. And honestly, Connie, the more I look at that Yoshi stuffed animal, the more I hate it. So you now have a new toy. You now have a new toy. That thing needs to come off my bookshelf. I have so many books that I need to read. So many books in such little time. Sometimes it pisses me off that knowing that I'm probably going to be buried still not finishing my physical TBR. But because right now for the library TBR, like literally just books that I don't have at home that I want to read, I added them all to a list called like it's an app. It's called Libby, where you can get like digital and audio books from the library and whatnot. That list alone is 52. And I have 87. I think it's 87. I have 87 physical books. And I haven't read a lot of them. And so 52 books I for sure haven't read from the library of just like books there. I have, I think it's like my TBR on my Kindle of like books that I actually own on my Kindle. I think that list is 79. And then I have 88 physical books. And I don't know. Oh, the number is 43 because I have it in my database. I use Libib to basically create my own physical replication of my library. So yeah, the have not begun books, that's 43. And so that's why I go through books so fast, because I still have, like, every time a book comes out, you know, this year or whatnot, like, I want to read it. And so the list just keeps going and going and going. And it's not stressful. The entire thing is just so fun for me. But sometimes I'm just like, damn, will I ever? Connie, continue what you're doing. Go ahead. Ruin my pillows like always. Again, love this dog. Hate her. I'm literally watching her try to toss my pillows off my bed. I can see you. I can literally see you. You're not slick. God, having a dog sucks. But she is the light of my world. And if anyone said anything bad about her, I would literally go to jail. But it's just so many books. But yeah, so the next podcast episode is going to be all about books, all about the books that I'm reading, all about the books that I want to read, like everything high, below, left to right, all things books. And I'm so excited because, oh my gosh, Haley is a girl that I met at the, what's it called? Crescent City 3 midnight release party at Barnes & Noble's. And she read the book First Lie Wins, which I need to find a local bookstore here that I actually enjoy going to, because like I love half price books. Oh, that's the other reason I want to move to Dallas, is the biggest half price books in Texas or the world. I think it might be, or like in the United States. Either way, it has like, it's the biggest half price books in Texas, the United States, or the world. I'm not sure. But I want to go, but I want to find a local bookstore to support. I love a local bookstore because they're empty. You get to browse, you get to learn who the owners are and what they do and what they enjoy. And like, I love that. I love that. I love being able to like go in and be like, hey girl, it's me again. And like a local bookstore always has such cute vibes. And so I want a local bookstore, but like Houston doesn't have any cute local bookstores. But all this to be said, so she picked up the book First Lie Wins because it was like the book they were reading for that month for the book club at the bookstore. So the book was front and center, and she absolutely loved it. And so I saw it in the library, and it was in thrillers. And obviously, I'm going to repeat all the same information in the next podcast episode. But obviously, it's fall. And you know what that means? Spooky season and fall season and cold winter things. And so I picked it up. And so after I finished the third book called Covet in the Crave series, then I'm going to read First Lie Wins, and then I'm going to return all of the books to the library, and then I'm going to pick up books 4 through 6 because I cannot put the series down. I don't even want to take any breaks in between, but also at the same time, I'm like, damn, once I finish this book series, then what? I have to find another series that I love. And I started reading Game of Thrones, and oh my gosh, I made a whole podcast episode about how I felt about that. I read the first book and I haven't picked up the rest. Like literally put it on what's it called? I literally said like suspend my whole, because my hold, not my whole. I literally had to suspend hold at the library because for the audiobook, because after I finished it, I was like, George R.R. Martin is literally a weirdo, and like maybe we need to stop praising him because I love the series so much. Love the TV series, and it is my love for the TV series that's pushing me through the book. But like finding out like the book actually didn't do that great as a book, but it's doing amazing things as a TV series, like please be FFR. But yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. And I hate the emphasis on like young girls being sexually abused throughout the entire book. And then just being like, this is fine. But yeah. So anyways, I'm out of here. I'm outy wowdy. It's 46 minutes and I want to put this up. So, oh my gosh, and I got new cover art. Yeah, I made a replica of a bachelor's degree for my podcast because a bachelor's degree is now my brand. That is my brand. No one can tell me otherwise. Having a bachelor's degree is my personality now, and so it's my brand. Anyways, I'm out. Love you all. Everyone say bye, Connie. Say bye, Connie. Yeah. Peace and blessings.